coming today. And congratulations for finishing the 14 weeks of this amazing, beautiful practice, all right? Before we start, let's set the simple rule again. I saw someone already send the questions. Leave it there. If you're going to send questions, send as question, okay, on the chat. The 3 dots, you click it as questions. Don't make it as a chat because I may overlook. And also don't send question now when I'm doing the general talking. Afterwards, we'll do the question time, okay? The main topic today is how to arrange the practice. Yeah. Well, 14 weeks is not too long, not too short. Yeah. I'm happy you are dedicated to this practice for so many weeks. Yeah. And you may notice every week we have a certain theme to deal with. Yeah. Through working on some meridian, through the Yi Jin Jing movement and Xi breathing. So it's quite a comprehensive practice. Yeah. Then now we finish all them. So how to follow up? Let me see whether I can share the screen. Didn't work. Well, it didn't work. So let me see what we can do. Well, you may notice if you try to turn on the page of Yi Jin Jing, the site. So when you subscribe, oh good, it is here. Doesn't work. Okay. Anyway, so when you try to get on the page of the website of Peng University, so when you log in, it is on the page of the 14 weeks. right? 14 weeks. And try to go down, scroll down below the viewer. Below the viewer, we have Yi Jin Jing whole practice download. Full version 9 repeats, short version 5 repeats, shortest version 3 repeats. Did you get it? Okay, so this is a very helpful one. So when you finish, this one you can download, all right? These 3 versions you can download. So of course you have less repeat than you have to spend less time. Yeah. So if you have a lot of time, you do 9 repeats. If you don't have too much time, you can do 3 repeats. Yeah. So this gives you the choice. And also you can download this. So any place you go, you bring your iPhone, smartphone, iPad, some computers, you save there, then you don't have to worry about the internet. Okay. So the internet is not a worry, yeah, if you can download. I'm sorry we cannot download the whole course. First, the whole course is huge amount of size for you. And also for the intellectual property concern, we don't have the free download for this. But for the last week, which is you put everything together, yeah, you can download. We also have download for each week's practice for audio, yeah. So after you watching them, you can listen to that. It can still make some sense. So that's how the structure is. Then for you to arrange every day, yeah, to practice Yi Jin Jing or some other practices, it's important that you know how to arrange your practice with a way of you try to arrange it like 2 practices a day. Like Yi Jin Jing, then you have Xi breathing, right? We have Xi breathing as well. Well, on week 14, someone may already ask questions. On week 14, the Xi breathing, which you can download also, is only watch how you feel. So this is a universal one. Each week we say you watch to each organs or each meridian because they are working specifically on each channel. But for the 14th week, the Xi breathing part is like week 1. Yeah, so just watch overall feeling. And of course, if you say, I want to try to see how I can apply for my lung, you can still watch lung. But for the instructions, for the videos I offer you to download, it is universal, which give you the choices and freedom. You can add anything on it. All right. So you can do the whole set, like it's 45 minutes for 9 repeats. 5 repeats, I think, is about 30 minutes. 3 repeats, less than 30 minutes. Yeah. So if you plus some Xi breathing, every day you arrange about 30, 40 minutes. You can practice both. Then you are wise of arranging your time. Yeah. Someone asked, can I just do a part of that? Like I do only cycle like 5 and 6. Is that okay? Well, first of all, you are suggested to practice the whole set. Yeah. Because the whole set, they have their logic, flow of the energy. You may notice the first one is working with the lung. The second is working with stomach, yeah, a large intestine. Then stomach, spleen, heart, small intestine, all the way until liver. Yeah. Well, this is not arranged in a random way. It is arranged according to the flow of the energy of the meridian. The one that starts is lung meridian. So So if you think that your whole meridian is like a circle of the stream flow, the first station is lung. Then you go to large intestine, stomach, spleen, all the way to make a loop. The last station is liver. Yeah. So if you can practice that with this sequence, then you get the benefit, which is more. I feel a bit chilly today. Well, excuse me to get my jacket. I'm back. Yeah, sorry, today is quite chilly in my place. I didn't notice. So, yeah, so you arrange your practice wisely. So even if you just do 3 repeat, yeah, rather than 9 repeat, yeah, it is still very good. You have this whole sequence, like sequential of the qi flow. So you take care of your overall, yeah. Sometimes, occasionally, say I don't have too much time. I just want to focus on some of them, like how we did for each week, right? When we're targeted, yeah, you can do the same way each week. Like when we do, you do openings, grand opening. Make sure you do that. Then opening, then you do the cycle. Watch your lung or large intestine. All these exercises. You can do 2 or 3, but make sure always close with grand closing. And if you still have some time, spend some time doing Xi breathing, or at least do the nourishing qi. Then you can arrange this pattern for all the rest of your life. Yeah, if you don't want to learn too much other exercises. Sometimes, yeah, well, that's beyond just the Yi Jin Jing. Someone has learned a bit more exercise. You have 5 practices. Then you ask how I arrange that. Yeah, there's a simple tip to arrange this. Yeah, like I have learned more than 200 exercises from just my master alone and some other teachers and masters. Yeah, 200, nearly 300 practices. So my master gave me a simple tip. He said, always try to arrange 2 exercises each day. You don't have to put it together, but do 2 exercises. Then make one exercise as primary. Then try to make sure you do this primary exercise every single day. Well, if you miss one day, it's not a big deal, but that is like the practice you commit for all this period of time, at least 3 months. Because 3 months is a good length of time you watch, you sense, you experience the full benefit of one exercise. Then the secondary exercise can change every day. Yeah. So if you say, I change every day for secondary exercises, then in 1 week, plus the main, plus the other exercise, you do 8 exercises. 1 primary, 7 different exercises. So that the other 7 exercises, you're refreshed. You won't forget. Yeah, you won't forget. In 1 month, look that. Yeah, in 1 month, you have more than 30 exercises. So for me, I cycle it in 1 year. So in other words, in 2 years' time. In other words, I have a main practice for 3 months or more, or it's a main practice that can change in 3 months, or I keep my main primary practice for the whole year or for 2 years. But every day, or sometimes not necessary every day, if you have only 4 exercises in hand, yeah, you can do every 5 days, right? So every 4 days. But for me, yeah, I do every week or every 3 or 4 days. I change my secondary exercise to make sure I'm refreshed. Because when I was practicing with my master, I was not allowed to take notes. Well, I still take little notes to remember what's the name of the. But basically, he doesn't encourage me to take notes. Well, the good thing is that I'm living with him, so he's like live notes. So nowadays it's impossible. That's why I try my best effort to make books, to make audios, videos. Then whenever I'm having a class, live class or on site or online, I try to make sure I provide enough material from my side, because the one from the teacher, they're more authentic. Yeah, the notes you take, you may have some misunderstanding or you're missing something. So that's my principle. So if I'm having a class, no matter whether it's 1 hour or 1 day, or like I just finished yesterday, 1 whole day, I provide enough material that my students can follow. Right. So that's what we have for here. Okay. So that's how you can arrange that. Sometimes you feel, my heart hurts. Yeah. So do some heart meridian, also pericardium, right? For your main practice for some time. And sometimes you feel, my digestion is no good, stomach and large intestine. So that what we have offered to you, including the newsletter, yeah. If you go to the page again, the page of the website, Yi Jin Jing on page 14, right? Look on the top menu. We have home, right? We have forum. Forum is where you do the discussing. Membership account, that's your details membership. Then webinars. If you click the webinar, then you find this list of all the webinars we have done for this time, including all the previous webinars that we did before. Yeah, if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, there's an old entries. So here is the archive of all the webinars I run. Yeah. Although we're doing the same material, but each time the webinar is a bit different. Yeah. Feel free to watch the other webinars that is not this class. Okay. Then if you go to the announcement, okay. So if you click announcement, it's listed with all, actually it's the newsletter, that's the announcement. The newsletter is, you notice that it's quite comprehensive. We give you the word information, and also it's listed like from the latest to the oldest, from week 15 to week 1, and also it's include the previous Yi Jin Jing as well. Yeah. So if you click that, it lists all of them. Then if you click read more, then they can lead you a page of this newsletter, like the one on week 15. It tells you how to get certificate. We have a table of all the 12 of them, the breathing and everything, how the breathing is like, and how you focus, right? So that is very helpful tool, yeah, that you can use. One thing also, because sometimes we may, the website, they may have little updates or they have some little glitches, then they have to fix that. Then when you log in, you may find you cannot open it, or it is always like previous. If that happens, try to log out, because log out, you clear the memory. Then you log in again. Then if we have something updated, then you can update yourself from watching that. If it still fails, and then you can do more in-depth, try to clear the cache. Yeah. The cache is the memories. They try to make it convenient. A lot of cookies there. And yeah, you try to search on Google or whatever search server. They say how to clear cache on MacBook or on Microsoft. Then they give you very detailed instructions. Because each time, now the changing is so quick. Each time they may have different ways of doing that. So I don't want to offer here as a static way which can be out of date. You just search how to clear the cache. CACHE, I think. Yeah. Then normally, if it is not from our side, the problem, from your side, that's two things you can try to clear it, to reopen the updated one again. Okay, so that's about how you can arrange the supporting material with you. Okay. Well, I have like follow-up. Someone asked also, what do you do? Do you have more online courses? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're working on it because it's very necessary. I find it now because each time when I do the on spot, always someone they feel difficult for the traveling, for the budget. Yeah, geographically it's difficult, timing. Yeah, so I'm going to combine both, including Yi Jin Jing. I try my best, to do on spot Yi Jin Jing once a year or once every other year. So I know energy is different. Yeah, online you get a lot, and you can even get some beautiful energy that you cannot get on site, or details. Say for example, on site we have maybe 100 people or 200 people. They say, well, show Lao Gong. This is your Lao Gong. On site, you cannot see too much, but here, that is your Lao Gong, where your middle finger holds, right? So the webinar or the online have some advantage. Well, the downside is that you don't see me directly. So we try to make a combination as much as possible. And I'm trying to work on more projects in the future. Okay. So again, Yi Jin Jing is beautiful practice. Beautiful practice. Yeah. Powerful, easy to follow. I got some testimonial already. Yeah. They say, well, a lot of them they say, why? I'm not a person easy to keep, but I keep it with this one. Yeah. I think the reason is that it's easy to follow, but easy doesn't mean cheap, doesn't mean simple. Yeah. It is profound. It is very deep, and it's comprehensive. Yeah. Comprehensive. Well, if you want to do repeat. Someone asked, why should I repeat? Yeah, I got all the material. Yeah, well, it is like on-site practice. You get all the material, you can practice all the time, but still we have a huge demanding to say, well, can we follow if you open another one? Can we follow that? Yeah, because when we are opening a new start, the material is everything is the same. Everything is the same, except different group. Yeah, different group of people. The people are from all around the world, from different areas. And also when I open it, I begin to meditate every day to escort, to take care of this community energy for this group from beginning until the last day of the course, and to make sure we're marching in the same rhythm. So you may find the same material practice, but with different energy. Yeah. So that's the meaning of repeating the course, not repeating the material. Yeah. For now, you will have about 9 months to 8 to 9 months available for you to access the full access of the course. Yeah. Again, how to get it? How to get it? It's also very simple. If you go to the page again, go to the page. Yeah, the page is on week 14, right? Week 14. Next to the word week 14, there's a course overview. Did you see that? If you click course overview, then you find there's a drop-down menu with week 1 to all the way week 14. So if you click week 1 or any week, then another drop-down menu is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you click any day, then there's part 1, part 2, you click them, then you can watch the whole class or follow the whole practices. These are the full access. You have another 8 to 9 months to reach. Yeah. After that, your membership for this course is expired, but you can download all the 4, 9, 5, 3 rips to save in your computer that you can practice all your life. Yeah. If you want to get full access again, that's how you join the new class. Yeah. So for the new class, for the repeat of the new class that you have done, we make it very cheap for you repeat. It's $78. Yeah. So that is about the repeat. I think we have covered most I want to say now. Now the question time. I list a question here. I think that can represent most of them. There's one of us right here because she couldn't attend. So I'm going to work on her question first. Maybe you have the same question as hers, then you don't have to raise it. Okay. The first is more specific. That when I practice Yi Jin Jing, do I need to imagine the qi going through different meridians? For example, when I practice stretches the tendons, front posture, should I follow the long meridian and imagine the qi breathe in through the thumbs to the lungs and then breathe out through the thumbs? No. Yeah. Simply, you can just watch the lung. Yeah. When we're doing the movement part, the front, when you're doing that, you don't even need even to think about that until the end, like we do in the prayer position. Yeah. Finish. At that time, you can bring awareness to the specific ones. Yeah. Again, if you say, I forgot to do that, or I don't remember to do that, or I don't want to do that, they're totally fine. The energy is still flowing there. Okay. Another one is, it's a long one, so I just summarize with this. She practiced this different things. She practiced Master Key, which is my book. Yeah. And she has some feelings of, let me see. Yeah, central meridian breathing empowerment. Then she has a very really strong. In 1 second, the chi was so strong that I almost blacked out. I could not breathe and see my whole body was covered with cold sweat. Then my senses came back. It only lasted a second, but it was quite an experience. I then sat down and tried to recover myself. I find that my hair and clothes were all wet because of the cold sweat. It only happened once so far. From my limited knowledge of Qigong, I believe that cold sweat is not a good sign. I was wondering what was happening to me at that time. Have I not practiced correctly? Any suggestions? Okay, this is not about Yi Jin Jing, but you may, when you practice Yi Jin Jing, you may have similar experience. She's talking about central meridian breathing empowerment. First of all, cold sweat in a second, in a short time, is it bad or good? Good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing. Well, cold sweat itself is not necessarily good, but the symptom is a good thing. Yeah, because when you're practicing, it's also a very deep cleansing and healing. Yeah. So when you may have some very cold chi stored very deep, and so when it's releasing, you may have cold sweat. Well, she's great. Yeah, it's only 1 second. So it's like very thorough one, but a very short version. Some may take a few rounds. It comes in a few minutes. The next time you practice again, they come again. It's also a good sign because that is the cleansing process. It may take a few days maybe. Normally it doesn't last more than 3 days. If it is 3 days, more than 3 days, then it can be a good time that you can go to have some blood test with the doctors. Because when you practice in Qigong, besides the healing, another is that your awareness of your body conditions are more sharper. You may have some problem already stored there, but the symptom is not showing out yet. Through practice that reviews them way more advanced than your normal time. Maybe you have this problem and the symptom may review if you don't practice Qigong 2 years later. But it was very late at that time. Then you have to have stronger dose of medicines and everything to do that. Okay? So that is a good thing. Yeah, so don't worry about it. Just keep going with this. When it comes, great. Yeah. When it's not coming, still good. All right? The other one is not so relevant. Yeah, 4 cycles. What is that in Chinese? 4 cycles. 四段功. Yeah, 8 cycles. We say 八法 in Chinese. Yeah. When you teach 12 cycles yin and yang, I haven't taught it for a while. I think for about 5 years. I have no plan, but maybe in another 2 or 3 years, I will do that. Well, next year, I'm going to have a quiet year because of all this 15, 20 years, I'm busy teaching, traveling. So my wife and I feel like I have some restorative year that I can practice. Through all these 200 practices, then I can choose some favorite one that can dive in more to nourish myself, to restore my own energy so that I can teach more in the future. So I have, on site, I limited to only a few of them. The big one, I mean, like in January, I have one in Kripalu in Massachusetts. In July, we have 5 days to teach Master Key. Then in August, I have 2 weeks. That's the only big teachings I arranged. I may still run some online course, Yi Jin Jing. Well, I saw a question from Louis. What is next one? From Carol. The next one will be in February the 1st. I missed out to do the registration after the New Year's Day. Yeah, so in January. You know that normally I open the registration for 1 month. So you can pay attention to that. One thing, the heads up, I may change a different platform. Yeah, that platform is called Teachable. It's a beautiful platform, and I find they're very user friendly. Like there's some gigs we have when we are running our own platform can be avoided. So I'm expecting that can be much more friendly. Then you may notice that the faces, the layout is a bit different, so don't feel strange. Just a heads up, okay? Will you do any Qigong workshop in Canada? No plan yet. Are you still accepting patients for Qigong healing? No, I'm not doing private healing anymore. Yeah, for about 7 years now, I'm not seeing new patients. Very occasionally, unless like special window open. But now I even stopped seeing new patients because of big traveling and practice, and also the long list. You have 5,000 people on the waiting list, so it's very hard to get in. I stopped. I have a list on my website, robertpeng.com, for some of my students who practice Qigong, or they combine with my Qigong healing with what they learned, acupuncture and shiatsu, and so they're combining with different things. So I have a list over there. So if you go to my website, then you have outtake. You mouse over there, there's a directory. Yeah, drop-down menu. Then you find some of them. It's not very complete, so I don't list it in the way of geographical order. So you have to look at it more closely. Some are in New York City, some are in Denmark or Holland, yeah, or different places. Okay, let's look at the questions. Okay, from the bottom. Again, if you raise questions, make it mark red with question mark. First one, what do you do when I'm not, what do I do when I'm not sure of the cause of particular symptom? You mean doing the healing? Or for doing Yi Jin Jing, you just do the exercise. Yeah, you just do exercise, or you want to specific in some organs. If you don't know what's the cause of the symptom, yeah, you can do a little bit study of the meridian, which meridian it is on. Say, for example, I have a problem here with the thumb, or that's the trackways of large intestine meridian. Well, I do some work on that, okay? That's one simple ways. And if you're doing the healing, yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's you have to go to the course of healer's course. We have a sword finger way to trace and connect with the symptom and the courses. Yeah, it's a bit complicated to talk here. Next one. What does the word say? It, the tapping, 松空通并全语 means. Well, 松空通并全语. First, let me type 松空通. Yeah, that's how it is spelling. Yeah, that's how it is spelling. 松空通并全语. Well, it happened to take a picture. Well, I'm sorry we cannot share the screen. So let me just like in a primitive way. Okay, that is on my phone. Try to see whether you can see that. Can you see it on the screen? Yeah, 松空通并全. Okay. I leave it for another few seconds. Did you get it? Yeah, you can save your screen. Okay. So, 松空通, see, they all like like echoing sound. So basic of them is like relax, open. So song, relax, open to divine energy. Yeah. Tone, embody the divine energy. Yeah. Then Bing literally means sickness, issue, problems. Yeah. 痊愈 means recover, is a phrase. So 病痊愈 means your issue is recovered. Yeah. Your energy is reorganized in a perfect, compassionate pattern. Yeah, so put it together, 松空听 is more positively open up, relax, open to divine energy, embody the divine energy. Yeah. Then dissipate the energetic charge around the issue or event or your sickness. Then reorganize the energy in perfect and compassionate pattern. Yeah. So that's what the chanting means. Okay. Next one. I feel tension and blood flow stop in my arms. Start feeling like sleeping, tingling sensation when stretching the tendons to the side. A standard advice. I do think stretch, not tense, but it still seems not working for me. Any ideas? Stretching tendon on the side. To tell the truth, that's the purpose. I want you to feel pins and needles and tinglings. Because here, all the others we have go, then you return. That is the only way you keep going, keep going, keep going. Well, when you feel that tingling sensations, that's also the sign to say the qi is trying to reach to your fingertips, all right? And also make all the joints stretched. So for the moment, you may feel tingling sensations. That's perfectly fine. Actually, that's very normal. Yeah, that is very normal. So there's no worry at all, okay? Usually I get too much energy from doing daily Qigong, but not these 15 weeks. Is that because it's being balanced out with the Xi breathing? That's true. Xi breathing is to balance the Qi, put it in one way, the movement is yang, Xi breathing is yin. Well, Xi breathing itself, that part is yang, then the nourishing qi part or the watching part is yin. So yin yang, they're embracing each other, and that can make you balanced. Okay. Next one from Natasha. Okay. I really enjoy practicing Yi Jin Jing since last winter almost every day. I took your course twice and watched your videos many times. I think I do all movements correctly and I keep my focus on the breathing and internal organs associated with each exercise the way you describe it. I kind of reached the plateau. I don't know what else I should be working on perfecting. Do you have any suggestions? Practicing is make your practice more deeper. Yeah, you can make it more like if you do 30% before, try to do 50%, 80%, maybe all the way 50%. In my course, yeah, because it's for everybody, I say 30%, 50%, yeah, 100%, right? When you're more free, when you know the material more, you can strengthen it with all 50% with 9 breath, okay, or 90%. So this can deepen it. And For Xi breathing, yeah, you can also try to hold it longer. Yeah. Then the other thing is that you can do try to do some more courses. Well, I will have more courses later on for the next year. Yeah, for Jie Qi Qigong. That's whole year round. Okay. Karen, I also have trouble with crouching tiger eyes to pray. It is hard for my back and knees. Is there alternate way to do this? Yes, you can. You can. Well, the key is. Let me get a chair. Mhm. Mm. Okay. You can do it more higher position. On the ground, it's difficult. Yeah. Well, for crouching tiger, the key is that you try to raise from your tailbones. Yeah. Then you try to exhale. Then you lean towards. Yeah. So if it is on the floor, it's difficult. Yeah. After all this, then you get it ready like this. Okay. Get it ready like this. All right. Then inhale, you can go down and make a little loop. Yeah. Go down and up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay. So your lower back, your lower back is like a wheel to go. Then you go up. You shift the weight a little bit. That is not easier physically. Okay. And it won't bother your back. Louise, should we do opening and closing for daily practice with other series as well? You mean series of the other practice, not Yi Jin Jing? Then you don't. Yeah, every practice, the opening is different. Yeah, it's different. But if you do shaking to warm up, you can do this universally. Okay. Jean, in prayer position after each movement, is natural breathing preferred or is reverse breathing okay? Natural breathing. Secondly, in the cycle of striking the heavenly drum and wagging the tails, these two have a bend over of upper body. Is the angle of bending as a show or deeper bending if one can? Thank you. Let me see. So you mean this, yeah, and this. Yeah, if you can bend deeper, and that's totally fine. Just make sure watch don't hurt your back. Okay. Yeah, some are very flexible. They're beautiful. Natasha, I do enjoy Xi breathing, but my yoga teacher told me that holding the breath may be dangerous for the older people. What is your opinion on that? It depends on what way to hold it. Yeah. If you just like a normal way, when you're gonna dive, you hold it and try to hold it for a long time, yeah, until you're exhausted, for sure. Your blood pressure zoom goes up. Yeah. But when you're doing the Xi breathing, the previous part, that is the part. That is the most important part for you to do Xi breathing, because that is the part to awaken your inner power, your inner energy, then when you're holding the breath, you're asked to breathe out first. That is totally different from our normal breathing. You breathe out. What do you do normally when you finish? When you breathe out, you breathe in, right? No, you hold your breath. Normal way, you can hold only a few seconds because you're exhausted already. But then this, make use of your own qi to suspend your holding. That is the very beneficial part. For old people, no problem at all. It helps them to strengthen their lung, to strengthen the kidneys, and when they bring awareness to some part, that give them benefit as well. Okay. One thing be careful is don't try to show off to yourself. Yeah, I try to hold it until 100%. No, about 80% you feel like my gap can be long, right? You don't have to wait until my gap finish. There you go. Your own breath to finish. Yeah, don't hold it too long versus to your situation. Okay. Is it always necessary to do shaking before practice? What is the purpose? Shaking, how to say? If you say, Robert, do you do that all the time? Yes. Do you have to do it for everybody? If you ask me, I say yes, because it's so good. Yeah. But of course, everybody has its own warming up. So shaking, first is for warming up. Yeah. Second is awaken your qi. Third is arouses your joyful qi, not only ordinary qi, the joyful part. The humming, oh, yeah. Sometimes we say try to recall your memories of your little child that you're making sound. Just to 10 seconds. The whole day, your mode is in the fountain of youth, like a little child energy. That is the function. Yeah. So after that, we say your qi, your qi system opens up. Then when you practice, in other words, it's like elaborate in depth of starting posture. We say starting posture is to make your body, your mind, your breathing ready, so that a simple movement, just flip your fingers, are so meaningful. Yeah, you don't have to do it strongly, physically.